Hi everyone, it's Karen, and I'm here with the 12 Days of Junk Journal Christmas gift ideas for the Friendly Junk Journal People group from Facebook. And today we're going to do a quick little tutorial for day number 1, which is the Snowflake Specimen card. Now for this one, I'm using a variety of things. And some of these are things you might have just kicking around the house. They might be things that you can do all sorts of substitutions with, all kinds of flexibility with this. So what I'm going to start with is, first off, I'm going to use, it's upside down, I'm just going to use some, I don't know, junk. This is just packaged from a case of Coke Zero that I finished drinking a little while back. My poor husband, I wouldn't let him throw it out. Said, keep it, I'm going to use it. And he just kind of rolled his eyes and wandered away. But I thought this can work out nicely for, instead of throwing it out, we can use some of it. And I thought it would work out nice for creating the Snowflake Specimen cards. So I just want to take my scissors and just trim a little bit of the edge off. And I thought we already have part that's scored going down the fold here. So I thought, well, may as well just work with that. Actually, I'm going to see if I can just tear this, and I can't. Let's get the paper trimmer out. You can use scissors, you can use a paper trimmer for this, and that's not even going to fit. You can tell I'm doing some of this, doing it as I'm thinking it out. Let's take a little bit of this off here, it might help us. Let's start off, let's take this little extra edge off here. It's just a drop too long still. Let's take my scissors and just cut along. I'm not too worried about it being perfectly straight quite yet because we'll trim it down a little better. And so for this, I don't have specific measurements set out. You can make this work the way you want it to work. See, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then if we fold it in half, even it up, trim this down, we have the beginnings of a nice little specimen card. So let's do that. Let's put that aside for now. I do want to just take that little rough edge away. a little bit off here, so I'll just even that out. So put that aside for just a few minutes. Then what I have is this kind of thinnish cardstock paper that I got at, I think I bought it at Ollie's, and it's kind of a silvery, sparkly color. It's not glitter, but it just has kind of a sparkle to it. And I happen to have a snowflake shape punch. So I want to use this on here. And for this, you can use almost anything. I just happen to have this, so I want to use that. But I had also thought some of the other things you can use, if you have a color printer, you could find some images online and print those out, and then you could do them, print out 2 copies so you can glue them together so you have something pretty on both sides of the page, and then pop those in. I only have a black and white printer. I only have a printer with black ink right now, so I can only print black, and I don't want my snowflakes to look like they've been rolling around in coal. So I'm using these, but you can do that. You can use different colored inks to print, or if you have like rubber stamps, you could make the designs that way. All sorts of ways. Now, the next thing I want to do is to create the little window for this. Now, how do we want this? Don't want it to be too huge. Then what we'll do is just take a little X-Acto knife. Actually, I'm going to keep my edge here. Have a little better chance of it staying straight. There might be an easier way of doing this. I wonder if it would work with I'm going to try it with I might regret this decision. This might work. So you can use scissors, you can use an X-Acto knife. I'm going to actually try it using my cutting board, or this cutter. So we have one side open. Now, so we can have it matching, let's just draw a little mark on the other side. Let's trim that down. So there we go. So now we have a little opening. You can save these guys for later. You might want them for something. So it's going to fit in there nicely. Now the next thing we need, so we don't have to worry about what's on here. That's going to be covered. And then we'll look at decorating this a little bit once we have it put together. So the next thing we need is some clear transparency or some kind of clear acetate to go in here. I have a box of transparency film picked up at my local Goodwill. 99 cents at my local Goodwill. So we just want to have this at about a little bit bigger than the window. This does not have to be precise. You'll find through this series that I am not a perfectionist by any stretch of the imagination. Now to hold those in place, I'm just going to use some double-sided tape. And then we can just put some more double-sided, another one. Make sure you put the snowflake in before you close this. So there we have it. Now I want to put a little bit of decoration on the edge. So one of my little ink blending tools. And I'm going to use a little bit of blue. Just going to ink up the edges just a little smidge. And try to smudge it a little bit more around. Around the edges here. So here we have it, a little Snowflake Specimen card. I think he's really cute. So, a couple lessons I learned making this. Make sure your snowflake is attached. When I made the first one, I was showing it and it went sliding up, and now it's stuck on the double-sided tape inside, and yeah, it didn't work. So for this one, I just put a teeny little dab of double-sided tape on part of it, so now this little snowflake will stay where he's supposed to stay. So there we go. Hope you liked that. Hope you found it easy, straightforward to do. And there we have it. So entry number 1, or for day 1, for a Snowflake Specimen card. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow for the next video. Bye now.